It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we've got the Giants leader at quarterback. He's coming off a nice week throwing the ball. 4 touchdown throws. It's the Giants and the Rams. And it's coming up next on Madden NFL 23.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the New York Giants and the Los Angeles Rams. Brennan Gunn here with Charles Davis as always. And CD, you look at the Rams in this matchup. They're squaring off against a very tough unit to throw against.
And this is not one of the better passing offenses in the league to begin with, Brandon. And to illustrate that point, they're down near the bottom of the power ranking, so the focus is going to need to be on possession-type throws. Whether they're trying to use their running backs or tight ends a little bit more, the big thing is to make sure the quarterback gets it out of his hands quickly to his receivers, and they hope to gain an advantage that way.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by a longtime starter in the NFL, a former #1 overall pick way back in 2009. It's Matthew Stafford.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. To throw is Stafford. His throw incomplete. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
A big play there for L.A. 46 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. And they were looking to pick up the first down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
Joey Sly on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And it was Cam Akers who capped it off with a touchdown. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now, he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. They'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the 1st down.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Dance, and eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Leonard Floyd in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
You called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Now that after the sack, will be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They'll set up to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
The partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 45-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. I'll give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a 1st down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has, and if he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass, I vote we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move him right to veteran and continue from there.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. A good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. The numbers for him from a week ago: 10 catches, 95 yards, and a score.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. They need to get this to the 24 on third down. They're going to look to throw. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Back to throw now on first down. And incomplete on the deep ball. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll get this one to Galladay. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 13-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
That's a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Touchdown, Giants! Kenny Galladay, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You can have a lot to handle in this one.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it's capped off by the touchdown from Kenny Galladay. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Ready.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Going right back to Akers. And this Giants defense getting off the ball quickly. They stop him behind the line again. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because, to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Stafford. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the 1st. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Barkley, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
We tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's what you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's complete to Tony. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Complete to Kadarius Toney. A gain of 15. And the Giants' 1st down.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll just get rid of it.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
He'll look to throw. Now a short one to Gesicki, and he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Jordan Berry out to punt on 4th down. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10.
At their own 26.
He starts with a give to Akers.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. These two teams all tied after one. The Rams with the football here to begin the second. as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Akers. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory.
Now this throw caught left side. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 22-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
That's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry.
He was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Berry, but he goes about his business the same way. Understands how defenses are going to play, understands where the leverage is, and goes away from it to the tune of 631 catches.
And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13.
41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Going to run the sweep here. This is Cup. And he goes backwards here. Losing yardage back to the 16. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Stafford now to throw. That'll be caught by Cup. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
They'll run here with Akers.
He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Again, it'll be Akers.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
Cam Akers, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams have moved out in front. So his strong 1st half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Now Joey Sly for the point after.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A good drive that time is taking 9 plays in all.
And it was Cam Akers who capped it off with a touchdown. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
And New York set to take the field.
After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, trying to tie this football game.
Ready, break.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Fair to say, it hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well. those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Barkley, inside handoff.
They'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. That'll give him 8 that time, and that's going to bring up the 4th down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left. He tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Rams are going offense here with a 1st and 10.
Cam Akers and the Rams offense ready to go back to work.
The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far, here in the second quarter.
60 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
So right now what I'm seeing an offense just firing off the ball a lot quicker than they can react. And not only that, they're sustaining the blocks too. I'm seeing guys get 6-7 yards downfield before there's even a hint of contact.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Going to run the sweep here. This is Cup. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams 1st down.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle.
Oh, able to avoid him.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 1st downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
On 1st down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now Stafford. He'll get this one to Cup, complete.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
On the handoff, it's Akers.
Down to the 25.
Alexander Johnson there on the stop. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll go again here with Akers. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
This is caught. And he's brought down. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a 1st down.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Akers is going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. So what a first half that he has had running the football. That now 3 touchdown runs.
And I would anticipate that when they get down in the red zone, he's going to get more chances as this game goes on. And I think that the guys blocking for him are going to ask for him to get more chances. They like the rhythm they've developed.
Slide for the PAT.
It's good, and it is now 21-7. That time, a 9-play drive.
And it was Cam Akers who capped it off with a touchdown. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
And New York set to take the field.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Now a toss right to Barkley. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Running left, it's Barkley. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll set up a throw.
Throw left side, complete to Tony.
Touchdown, Giants!
Kadarius Toney.
66 yards.
And the Giants have cut it back within a score. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're looking for proof of his speed, Next Gen Stats shows that he was traveling just over 21 miles an hour there.
Giants 14.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
I know the special teams coach will not permit himself a smile here, but inside, he's glowing. This is what he practices for. This is what he schemes. This is what he watches tape to put himself and his team in a position to score points. An absolute dream return.
And we're going to look at Cooper Kupp as the Rams offense gets ready to take over possession.
He's been really good in the yardage category, yet to hit the end zone, however.
A minor blemish against him right now because the work he's doing catching the ball, in some ways he's helping serve as good ball control because the big plays that he's making have really helped out his team.
Absolutely. They're winning on the scoreboard here in quarter number 2. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Stafford. Quick hitter here. It's complete. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
They'll try and run for this with Akers.
He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback.
And he is going to have the Rams first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Now a first down throw. Stafford.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
On 2nd and 10. Stafford. That'll be caught. It's Kupp. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
As the field starts to get condensed, the defense likes that a lot because now you don't have as much space to cover, but a well-run corner route there.
Stafford going to give this to Akers.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Now it's Stafford.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
He's got it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
There certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Try to power it in with Arma. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown.
Alex Arma,
His first touchdown on the year.
and the Rams' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
And I guess that's where you turn on 4th and goal to your muscle back there. Hand him the football, he does the dirty work.
I think you're asking a lot of your defense there, right? Having to make the stand, have to prepare for just about any type of play to be called, and then here comes the power right at you. On that play, the big man got into the end zone.
Sly on for the extra point.
He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. A 10-play drive that time, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. New York set to take the field.
So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Looking to throw.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
They'll set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. They'll score that a 36-yard punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. And the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Back to throw, Stafford. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And some room to maneuver.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
On 1st and 10, Stafford.
Another completion for Kupp. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
Again, it's Stafford. Got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee.
And he's going to have a first down here. They're also in the field goal range down at the 27-yard line.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game.
As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll start up in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle. And it's the 49ers who are out in front with that game closing in on halftime. Jordan Love with a couple of touchdown tosses. From there, let's get over to the Rockies and check out the Broncos at home in Denver. And they trail the visiting Lions in that one. Amon-Ra St. Brown, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get to the desert to check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And they are in a tight one, all tied with the visiting Ravens. With that, let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Giants. And they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon, as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds. Meanwhile, for the Rams, we check out their numbers on the ground, as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half. Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Giants about set to go to begin this third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
That's complete. Once again, it's Gesicki. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Okay, break. Ready.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Buying time to his left.
And that'll be caught by Tony.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
And that's a nice throw right there. And I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator that showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress. That's an example of what we're seeing in the colleges delivered to the NFL.
Cover set.
They go play action here on first down. Gonna throw deep for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. They'll drop to throw.
Now into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Rams are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter.
And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
He'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move there couldn't buy him much space. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Stafford, throw left side, complete to Cup. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
On the give, this is Akers.
And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
They'll run on first down with Akers.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Giants are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
And the Giants ready to come out now.
So the offense back out now, coming off its first interception of the game the last time out, trying to reestablish some momentum here, Charles. But they're trailing defensively. Maybe these guys smelling the blood in the water a little bit.
Yeah, I think that they probably are, but what they need to do right now is just make sure they don't force the action too much themselves. They've got them on the run a little bit. You just want to be in a position where if they make another mistake, you're there to capitalize on it and take it away from them.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a 1st down.
Got it. Ready?
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Steps away. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out,
and the Rams got him. They bring him down. Leonard Floyd able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now back to throw. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for New York. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10.
At their own 17-yard line.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy.
96 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. That reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Stafford on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Here's Stafford. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Trailing here in the second half, went for the aggressive play, got a little too aggressive.
You've got to know when to pull up, or if you're going to go for it, how to take your body across a punter's body and not into it. Not a good play at all.
Here's Akers.
And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes that's the danger of putting that jumbo set out there. You just get a lot of bodies massed in one location. You could wind up with 18, 20, maybe even all 22 in the box, and there's nowhere to run the football.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 34-yard line. His big day receiving just keeps getting bigger. He's over 200 yards now in the afternoon.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
A give up the middle to Akers.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers, but in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Stafford.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
It's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Stafford. And that is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
Taken at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Second down, here's Barkley again.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
L.A. readies for its next possession.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
From the 35 on second down, Stafford. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now, remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
Stafford now to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And New York set to take the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw here. Going up top. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Here's Jordan Berry now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. It's taken to the 26. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Throwing is Stafford. Over the middle and complete to the tight end, Higbee. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
That's a third down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play. That catch for his career is number 589, so 11 away from 600, but it also right now ties him with Hall of Famer Fred Biletnikoff.
And we remember Fred Biletnikoff well because of the way he went about his business in catching the football. And we're seeing something similar here. Someone who runs precise routes, has excellent hands, and knows how to get the ball to the end zone.
They'll give this to Akers running right.
Oh, he shifts past him.
109 yards on the ground for him so far.
And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners, keep moving it, keep grinding the clock.
Stafford to his #1 guy cut for Los Angeles first.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
run this with Akers.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the fourth quarter. Going to run the sweep here. This is Cobb. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
To throw is Stafford. He'll get this one to Cobb, complete. And the Rams are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Sly able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Left side, he's got Robinson.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. He'll look to throw. Flushed out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Well, hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. This offense so far on 3rd down, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and a mile. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Giants go on fourth, but come up empty. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed a push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle.
And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on first down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if you picked up the first down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the first down because in college football, the clock stops with every first down. It actually aids the defense in that situation.
Oh, it's caught.
And the Rams are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
They'll run here with Akers.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Cam Akers
Taking it in from a yard out.
And the Rams are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Now Joey Slye for the point after.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive.
And it was Cam Akers who capped it off with a touchdown. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Now, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now this incomplete, and I don't see any flags coming out. He was clearly in the pocket, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, and that brings up 4th down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That's complete to John Ross. And he is going to have the Giants first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room. Too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught 11 on the field. Those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
They'll look to throw again. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Only a yard there, sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Back to throw again. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he is going to have the Giants first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. No reason not to try it there. And they do indeed convert on 4th.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10.
He'll drop to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll get this one to Galladay. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 25-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now an open man, that's the tight end Gesicki. It's complete.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete.
And the Giants are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Mike Gesicki, a 1-yard touchdown reception.
And the Giants get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Gano the extra point, and the lead now down to 20. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told.
And it all concluded with a touchdown pass to the tight end, Mike Gesicki.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On first down, they'll start out with Akers.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again.
And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
They'll go again here with Akers.
And some space here. 20, 10. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Slide for the PAT.
And that stretches the lead to 27. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And it was Cam Akers who capped it off with a touchdown. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The possession switching back to the New York Giants. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. turn it over. The Giants go on fourth, but come up empty. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, they were 2 for 3 on fourth down tries. Now they're unsuccessful. That brings them down to 50%.
But that's a percentage you have to feel pretty good about. You know, 2 for 4, 2 for 3 before that, but finally get stopped again. That's okay. That's the type of team that'll keep pressing. In this situation, they'll continue to go for it.
They'll run out of the gun with Akers.
And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Stafford. Open man. He'd be the tight end.
And the Rams are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Back to throw. Stafford.
To the right side and complete to Jefferson.
A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th and goal as they look to finish this one off.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now.
From the right hash here, should be an easy one.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that will extend their lead even further. So he remains perfect. 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
Taken in at the 3. New York ready to go again offensively. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that will bring up 2nd down. He'll look to throw.
Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down.
And with this game well in hand, seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on third. They'll drop to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for L.A., their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2.